Ladies and gentlemen, Bad to the Bone presents 3 2-minute rounds of hybrid boxing in our final heat in the first round of our 8-man prize fighter tournament. Introducing first, standing in the red corner, representing Fight Ministry Hull, Tony Shields. Across the ring, his opponent stands in the blue corner, weighing in at 77 kilograms, Jimmy Justice. Dave Needham is our referee in charge of the action. Let's get down to business.
Jimmy Justice not looking affected by the crowd. Looking like the slightly more muscled man.
Definitely looks like a big guy from the left.
Got a forehead that looks like he could crack coconuts on it. I would not fancy knocking about with him. Justice in the blue, Shields in the red. Both men meet head to head straight up. The check hook of Tony. He's trying to line him up, but he's getting caught down the middle by Justice's left straight. Both men walking onto the shots, catching each other with really glancing blows.
Right hook to Shields.
Tony lines up that right hand, hook and uppercut, and he times you on the way in. But Justice so fast, smothering Tony and catching shots inside of the shoulders. The jab now starting to work for Jimmy, which is holding the space between the two athletes. Tony's sort of fighting just with his right hand right now. Yeah. It'd be nice to see him let his left hand go. 3 shots. Justice's face looking a little worse for wear here.
Caught him on the way out there with a nice right hook.
Justice shoots a takedown. I wouldn't fancy grappling with Tony. Both men walking onto shots. The high guard of Tony, keeping him safe. Little right hook on the way in, catching the chin of Justice, but he catches shots of his own. Just a balance issue there, do you think? There's an arousal issue here, it looks like, for Justice. Tony looking like he's staying a little more composed.
Starting to land that left arm now, Tony.
Good chopping right hook. Once Tony gets the arc right on the right hook, it starts to line up the rest of his shots. But he just got caught with a big lead hand there from Justice. There is the right hook again on the switch.
Really
and again. Oh, strong shots to the body. Looks like it catches him just below the heart. Both men feeling the pace here. Justice looking a little fit. Fantastic round from both men. How do you score that?
Very difficult again. Tony landing a lot of right hands.
Yeah.
He's spamming that right hand like crazy. Jimmy coming in strong and trying to get on the inside. Tough round to score. Yeah. I think Tony's landed more shots, landed the harder shots.
I can see some cupping marks on the back of Tony's left shoulder.
Yeah.
You wonder if that's affecting him throwing his left hand, if he's had some injury that he's trying to maintain. Or maybe he's going to try and save his left hand for the next round, which seems pretty risky, but he's doing a pretty good job with one arm.
He seems to be only throwing one shot with the left hand. It was like a sort of looping overhand.
Yep.
I didn't see any sort of like straight left.
Now it was a big round.
Maybe struggling with something in his shoulder, I'm not sure.
Big round from both men, both looking like they're feeling the pace, to be honest.
Yeah.
Round 2.
Good jab and a good counter right hook by over on left, starting to come in now. Chopping shots, glancing blows. Looks like that caught him clean. Justice goes down and he receives a count.
Yeah, brilliant right hook from Shields there. Yeah.
Tony going to try and time him now over the top of one of Justice's shots. That right hand comes in. You'll notice that Shields, he doesn't even need to look at his opponent to know where he is. Justice catching some forearms around Tony's ear, but nothing clean. Nice left hook by Justice, and another nice left hook by Justice. The boys nearly bounce into our commentary booth. That right hand catches him again. Good jab by Justice, and he's starting to create a few angles. That lead hand looks like it's on target. When he circles to the right, it looks like he can just slot his jab in between Tony's shoulders, because Tony's very side-on boxer. Oh, good shot by Justice. Shieldsy looking a little fatigued now. You just want to see him maintain his composure and ride that knockdown perhaps. Good left hand by Shieldsy. He ties up in the clinch, a place where he'll have a little bit of an advantage from his MMA background. That jab's landing for Justice, all for the backside of this round. Shieldsy getting a bit wild, catching power shots, both of them with tight hooks on the inside. The crowd loves this one. Back of the head there with that right hand. Fantastic work from both boys.
Another tough round for him.
Tough round for Justice, but you can see technically he maybe has the skill set to score the jab and land good shots, but just the desire to war. Just pulling them both into exchanges, and Shieldsy gets the better of it.
The way he's throwing his punches, he's entering this kind of like shell with his shoulders. And it's hard to catch him clean, looks like.
That's a great point. Now, when I'm teaching my fighters, when they strike in exchanges, I teach them to become concave, so to get their body rounded and curled up, tuck their chin so the forehead is being presented, and then you throw shots from this braced position. We call it the cave, like you're getting into a concave shape. Now, Shieldsy does that with almost every shot he throws, so you'll see his hands are low, and he looks open, but actually when he's punching, he caves up. It makes him really hard to hurt.
That right hand, the right hook he's throwing, he arcs it over and gets behind that shoulder and uses like a cross hand across his chin with his other arm. Looks like it's really difficult to deal with.
Yes, sir.
Round 3,
Shieldsy lands two clean right hooks straight away. Both men swinging, and Justice goes down.
He's contesting it, and I'm not quite sure what it was.
Yeah, it didn't look perfectly clean, right?
No.
But reality is, if you get caught with a punch and you fall over, in the rules of the sport, that's a knockdown.
Definitely.
Yeah, look at that lovely jab from both men. Body, head with the right hand.
Lands again for Shields.
And lovely jabs by both men. A left hand whistles on the ear. The hook catches him just behind the ear. Both men clinch up. It's like that right hook of Shields has got a magnet in it, and that magnet is attached to Justice's head. Shields alternates with the uppercut and the right hook, moving Justice's guard around and just allowing him to split it and catch him. Good jabs by Justice. Justice's face starting to look worse for wear now. There's a mouse above that left eye. Could be from the shots, or it could be from the head clashes that we're seeing. Shields is taking everything on the top of his head, a massive left hand, and down goes Justice.
Make some noise!
Justice is not getting up from that.
Heavy shot.
Absolutely brutal. Maybe he was just saving the left hand for the third round, because he had something lined up like that. You got to feel for Justice here, because he absolute best. He gave his absolute best. He did everything he could, and it wasn't quite enough, but he did himself proud.
He looked great.
Shields, he drops to his knees, giving him respect. I think that's what Tony's wanted for a while. There's nothing more he enjoys than a war. And he just wants somebody to scrap with.
Well, he might have 2 more tonight.
He's going to have a tough one in his next bout with Hawthorne. That makes for a great matchup. Hawthorne, the younger man, looking a little more sprightly and reactive, but you cannot discount the awkwardness and the warfare of Tony Shields. There's nothing like it until you spar it, until you fight it.
And you've got to think about what they've both just done.
Yeah.
One of them was
Can we get both fighters to the center of the ring?
Third round war.
The fatigue is going to play into this for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I mean,
in the
it's hard to imagine Tony being finished by anybody. I've never seen him go down. I've never seen him be hurt.
With only 31 seconds to go in the third and final round. And the winner, by way of knockout, Tony Shields!